Hi guys, welcome back. Sorry I have been so MIA. I literally have been sick for like at least a week. I missed so much work. I can't believe how sick I've been and I haven't been able to film, and I apologize because I definitely had every intention of having a video up once every week. So we shall see how that goes. But I'm back and I was going through a bunch of my products. And sorry, I still sound kind of sick too, so if I'm stuffy and I look a little bit like a hot mess, that's why. But I went through a bunch of my products, and I have a bunch of face products that I used to use a lot that I haven't used in a long time because I'm used to the ones I like to use every day, and I kind of get set in a routine. So I wanted to show you face products that I have and haven't used in a while to see what I think about them, give you guys a little bit of a review, see if there's any good ones that you should try out, and go from there. So if you want to see some of these face products, then just keep watching. All right, the first one is I haven't used a primer in a really long time because the Step 4 lotion that I use after my skincare is mattifying, and so I haven't had to use a primer, but I am oily. So I used to love this. Don't mind how dirty it is. It's the One Heck of a Blot primer from Soap and Glory, so I'm going to try that. I'm just going to put a little bit on my fingers, rub it together, and I like to apply a primer in my T-zone because that is where I usually get oily. Hopefully all these products I'm using are not expired. I tend to keep my makeup even if I haven't used them in a while. Okay, let's see how that goes. And then my foundation that I'm going to use today is the Dream Matte Mousse. I used to like this stuff a lot. It's been a really long time since I've used it, but I have a medium and a light, and I am a little bit self-tan, but it's coming off, so I think I'm going to mix the two. And you guys know that I love to apply my foundation with a wet sponge, but I remember this mousse, because it is kind of like a mousse consistency, that a brush worked better. So I am going to go ahead and try a brush. I have a foundation brush from the BH Cosmetics set that I have, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I am just going to dip in a little bit of the light color. Oh, I hope this goes okay. And dot it on my face. And then I'm going to dip a little bit of the medium too, because I feel like I'm going to be in between shades. I'm just going to start rubbing it in. This brush feels amazing. It's so soft and smooth. All right. So I think it looks okay. I'm going to add a little bit more on my brush and see if I can build it up a little bit. I feel like when I'm sick, I just look like a ghost and pale, and I cannot wait to be feeling 100% better so I can feel like myself again. I just have been in a rut with the sickness. All right. A little bit extra on the sides of my nose because those always get red. Okay, so I think that gave me a nice base. I'm going to see how it goes when I apply the rest of the products. It was easy to use, it feels good, and I think the color matches pretty good. So, okay, so I have this concealer. I don't have it open yet because I had two of them. It was like buy one, get one half. So, of course, I bought two, and then I remember not really liking it. It is the Wet n Wild. I have the shade Light Ivory, and it's the Photo Focus Concealer. People rave about the Photo Focus foundation and concealer because the price point is really good and it works really well, but I don't remember it working well for me. So since it's brand new, I'm going to give it a shot and see how I feel about it. So it's cruelty-free. As always, look at, they have a cute little bunny on there. That's cute. And I am just going to apply my concealer like I normally would. So I'm going to do a V underneath both eyes, drag it down, same on the other side, Definitely need to brighten myself up these days with this cold and strep and flu and all that. Then I add some to my forehead. You don't get a lot on the applicator, so I find myself having to keep dipping, which is not a big deal, but some products you get more than others. Blow it down by my nose. Okay. Then I am going to use my wet sponge because I just love using this. It helps really blend concealer in. I'm going to start just patting it in. Okay, let's do the eyes. Hoping that it gives a really great highlighted effect. I feel like I liked it in the beginning when I first tried it, but that I didn't like how it wore throughout the day. Okay, that definitely brightened up the eye area. I'm digging that. Okay. So far, I feel like my face is matching my neck. That's a positive. I feel like so far so good. We shall see how it wears. And I bought this powder. It's Revolution, and it's the baking powder in the banana shade. People rave about banana shade powders. I've always wanted to love them. I find that they don't work that well for me. This one is a baking powder, so it's specifically supposed to be for under the eyes, if you're highlighting, baking right underneath a contour. But I am going to try it as an overall face powder. It is messy, so you kind of have to tap it into the lid. When you're baking, you leave the product on for a little while and then dust it away, and it's supposed to really set your concealer. So let that sit. Do the other side. All right, let that sit for a minute. While that's sitting, I'm going to use the powder to set the rest of my face. It does get messy, but that's okay. I always set my entire face no matter what products I'm using, if I'm using mattifying products, because I just love the way a powder makes your face look. All right, let's let this baking sit for a minute and I'll be right back. Okay, so the baking's been on a little while. I'm going to dust it away with my brush. This one's probably way too big. All right. Okay, I feel like it's leaving a nice finish so far. Okay, for contour and bronzer, I am going to use this Physicians Formula Bronze Booster. It has a powder shade, a contour, and a bronze shade. So I'm going to go ahead and do both of those. I actually might try this contour brush because it is angled, and let's see. So I'm going to go into the middle shade, tap it in, tap it up, and try to carve out my cheekbones. Okay, I'm going to carve out my forehead, give some dimension to the face. On the jawline. And don't worry, I'll blend that out in just a little bit. Okay, I'm going to blend it out. All right, see how it just gives some nice definition? I mean, we need to go in with bronzer and finish up the rest of the face, but I'm liking it so far, so I'm going to take the deeper shade. For the bronze, you always want a cool tone for your contour. And just hit the tops of the, right above there, to the hairline. My hair is looking horrendous because I had to cancel my hair appointment due to being sick, and luckily my awesome hairstylist is fitting me in on Monday. I'm so thankful. Can't wait to get it done. Okay, so that definitely gave some color. Now for blush, I have two that I used to use all the time that I just recently found. The one is the Wet n Wild, and it's in Mellow Wine. It's a really beautiful color. And then this one is the Milani brush in Romantic Rose. I love rose tone blushes. I remember that this one didn't wear as long as I'd like it to. So I am gonna go in with the Wet n Wild Mellow Wine. Tap it off and just hit the tops of the cheeks. All right, that added some color back in. And then I'm also going to use the Wet n Wild Golden Flower Crown. These highlighters are awesome. I love my Smashbox one, so I use it all the time, but this is definitely a very good one to use too, and it's really affordable. So right on the tops of those cheeks. See how you can just see it in the sunlight? All right, and then what's important is if you take your dual fiber brush and you blend, blend, blend. Make sure everything is seamless. I think it looks really good. I'm liking these products. So it's gonna definitely depend on how they wear throughout the day to see if it's something I'm gonna go back to, but I'm gonna quickly apply some mascara. I know it's not face makeup, but this is how I just usually finish up my looks if I'm not wearing shadow. So I like to always just finish up my look with a little bit of mascara if I'm not doing much for the day. So I'm going to use this Essence Volume Stylist. It's a lash extension mascara, 18 hour. I really like it. It's a cheap mascara and it works really well. So I will show you how that looks. Okay, and that is the finished look. So I always just like to add a little bit of mascara on, even if I'm not doing anything for the day. I just like the way it makes my lashes pop. I usually do not do eyeshadow if I'm just hanging out for the day. Mascara is all I do. I'm good to go. But overall, I think my skin looks really good with those products. I like them. I think I'm going to have to bring them out again and try them a little more. So it's always good to look back at what you have, what you haven't used in a while. It gets you thinking about the products you used to love and gets you finding new things that you love. So I definitely recommend all of those. I will let you guys know when I upload this if there's some that did not wear well throughout the day, so you don't have to bother with it. But all of them are drugstore, cheap, affordable products that you can find anywhere. So these, obviously the Maybelline you can find at any drugstore. The Soap and Glory and Revolution are drugstore brands that are at Ulta. Very affordable, awesome products. Same with Physicians Formula, and you can get Wet n Wild anywhere. I think Milani you can get it like Target. So lots of great stuff. I so appreciate you guys watching, taking the time to check these products out, and I also appreciate your patience with me as I'm getting over the sickness, kind of looking a little rough around the edges and not uploading as much as I'd like to. So So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Like I said, this is kind of just like a little hobby for me. I love doing it, and it makes me happy when people watch and enjoy it. So I hope you enjoyed, and I'm looking forward to sharing my next video with you. So have a great day. Bye, guys.